On his wedding anniversary, Nick Dunn wakes up expecting celebration. Instead, his wife is gone. This is Gone Girl. Nick Dunn wakes up on his wedding anniversary, expecting a normal morning with his wife. He prepares breakfast, calling for Amy, but the house is silent and empty. Nick visits his sister Margot at the bar, acting calm, but clearly hiding something. When Nick returns home, he immediately senses that something is very wrong. Panicking, Nick calls the police to report his wife missing. Detectives arrive at the house and begin questioning Nick about his marriage. Detective Rhonda Boney notices inconsistencies that make Nick look suspicious. Amy's parents arrive, demanding answers and justice for their daughter. Nick faces reporters, and his awkward behavior makes the public doubt him. Flashbacks reveal Nick and Amy's early relationship, once loving and admired by all. Police discover Amy's diary, carefully hidden and filled with shocking, disturbing entries. The diary suggests Nick was controlling, violent, and capable of murder. Unfortunately, the public quickly turns against Nick, convinced he killed his wife. Nick is followed everywhere, watched, judged, and hated by the media with thought that he live her wife. Nick secretly meets his twin sister, admitting fear and confusion about what's happening. Police uncover more evidence, making Nick's situation even worse than before. Nick is interrogated again, and the pressure becomes more and more unbearable for him. Then the truth is revealed: Amy Dunn is alive. Amy explains how she planned every detail to fake her own murder and how everything was planned. She escapes town using money stolen under Nick's name. How she scattered the furnitures and ran with money. Amy changes her appearance completely, and erasing every trace of the woman she used to be. She hides under a new identity, convinced she has outsmarted everyone and escaped the story she created. But at a cheap roadside motel, a group of criminals break into her room and rob her of all the money she carefully planned to live on. Stranded, broke, and furious, Amy realizes her perfect plan is starting to fall apart. Back home, Nick begins connecting the clues left behind. Small details no longer add up, and he starts to believe Amy may still be alive. Desperate to survive, Nick hires a powerful lawyer to protect himself and regain control of the narrative. He then appears on national television, pretending love, regret, and devotion, carefully manipulating public opinion. Watching the interview, Amy becomes emotional. Nick's performance shakes her confidence and changes everything. She decides to return home. Amy reaches out to her obsessed ex-boyfriend, Desi. He hides her in his luxurious home. Calmly, methodically, she murders Desi, slitting his throat with precision. Every detail is calculated to make it appear that she acted in self-defense or was forced to kill. She covers herself in his blood, using it to stage the perfect story of abduction and terror. When the authorities arrive, Amy tells them she was kidnapped, held against her will, and ensuring that no one doubts her innocence. The public quickly celebrating her return and hailing her as a hero. Meanwhile, Nick is left reeling as he realizes that once again, Amy has framed him, and just when he thinks he might find a way out, Amy drops another bombshell: she is pregnant. With that, Nick is trapped forever. Nick finally realizes that he can never leave Amy without destroying himself completely. Every move he could make is trapped by her manipulation. In public, they smile, laugh, and act like the perfect married couple, fooling everyone around them. But behind closed doors, the truth is far darker. Nick confronts Amy about everything she has done, the lies, the murders, the manipulations, and the control she has maintained over his life. Calmly, without a hint of guilt, Amy reminds him that this is there forever, and she will always control the story. The media continues to praise her as a survivor and role model, reinforcing the power she holds. Nick sits broken, empty, and completely trapped. Amy smiles, victorious, knowing she has won the psychological war. Their twisted marriage continues, built on fear, lies, and secrecy. Nick and Amy remain together, bound by shadows of their shared secrets. And that is the terrifying story of Gone Girl. A marriage built on lies, manipulation, and revenge. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Meet you in next video.